Are they favorite moments or just
Memorable, how's that?
looking back with rose-colored glasses going, hey, remember that thing that like I hated at the time that wasn't as bad as I thought it was?
One of the first festivals that I played with the group was like a backyard metal fest. Any of us that have done gigs know how kind of janky that can be. And this band is muscular, intense, we're loud. So, you know, we make sense at a metal festival, but the place had backline, right? And it was not the backline that you would hope for. And poor Andy is up there like trying to hold fucking toms on and playing all this bullshit. And I'm like, the bass amp I'm playing through is like just distorted the whole time. And so it sounded like, you know, when they do those kids, when Jimmy Fallon does the toy instruments, like that's what the shit sounded like. But we were still fucking playing these tunes. And something about that was really, I don't know, it felt fearless to me, and I didn't give a shit that the gear didn't work. We still really felt confident and comfortable and just like screamed the music. And the people dug it, man. So that's a cool memory just because of us overcoming something so stupid and kind of turning it into something fun.
When we opened for the Gin Blossoms, that was pretty fucking fun. That was like 1,000 people at the State Theater, and like the audience really dug what we were doing.
Opening up for the Gin Blossoms next door at the State Theater was awesome. And we had a lot of energy, and we didn't realize that they were going to be a little more laid back than we expected. And so we went out there and just gave it everything we got, and it was a lot of fun. And I think we gave them a little bit of an uphill climb. Don't know if you want to use that.
Oh, I like that.
Probably getting chased out of one of our video shoots by what seemed to be campus security. That was a good one. That was a good one.
The Battle of the Bands was another one where we went in and we did 6 songs in 15 minutes without stopping, and we won just by coming in and giving it everything we got. It was awesome.
I don't remember why we did it. I think we were just sort of like, well, there's all these new bands and all the bands we used to play with have broken up. So we need to find new bands. We need to know what else is out there. And so we were like, hey, let's do one of these Battle of the Bands things and just, you know, we'll have fun with it. And I remember there was 2 nights. There was a semifinal and there was finals. And we won the whole thing, so we did both nights. But that first night, I'll never forget, I think it was like February. It was fucking freezing. It's like 10 degrees. I was in a bad mood. I was dealing with some shit. And I think it was like a Monday. I think it was like a Monday or a Tuesday that this semifinal happened. So I was in a bad mood. I had to be there super early because these Battle of the Bands are like cattle calls, right? So they basically go, you have to be here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and settle up with all your ticket sales, which you're not going to make any money on because fuck you. It's the privilege of playing for us. And then, you know, so we had to be there. I had to be there really early. I didn't make my guys be there. And it was like a Monday or something. So we all had like a long weekend of gigs. So I was tired. I was in a bad mood. My guys get there. They're tired. They're in a fucking bad mood. And I remember we were a quartet at the time. It was me, Matt, Andy, and Frankie. Frankie, I don't remember exactly what happened, but he texted me, I don't know, 2 hours before we were supposed to go on. He goes, I can't make it. I'm sorry. So I went, whatever. I've done that. I've done this as a power trio all my life, so I can do this. So it was just one of those things. Everybody was sort of in a bad mood. Everybody was sort of not wanting to be there. And sometimes that is the recipe for just greatness. Because we got on that stage and just destroyed the place. You know, before then, I was always trying to be, I don't know, somebody I wasn't, like, you know, being very extroverted frontman and whatever. And I'm not that guy. I'm just not. And so I did that for a long time. And I just remember that was sort of the catalyst where I realized that, oh, I don't have to be that guy because my songs are good enough and my show's good enough to where the audience loved everything we were doing. And we're screaming and clapping and doing everything that all the other bands are trying really, really hard to do that we were doing organically without trying to get them to do it. Because we just went on stage and we were just like, we just took all this anger and just said, we don't fucking give a shit anymore. And we just fucking did this thing. And we ended up winning and then that thing. So as much as like, you know, winning the thing was really cool. That was a really fun moment. And there's all these fun moments. But that one always sticks out as sort of kind of like the moment that was like everything, you know, that was going wrong turned into probably one of the best sets we ever played. It was just like, we got off stage and I remember one of the guys in one of the other bands was like, I knew you guys had won because during like your third song, one of the judges got up from his table and walked to the front of the stage and was just jamming out the entire time. And I was like, oh, you know, cool, you know.